How are all of you? Thanks for watching the crypto channel again. Today we're going to talk about everything that has to do with XRP so that you can really understand what's going on and what to expect on Saturday. Thank you for reading this. I hope you all have a great Friday and can't wait for the weekend. Even though the crypto markets have been a little more active in the last hour, we're still down a lot over the last 24 hours. This is because the market as a whole is down. If you watch this show often, you know what I mean. The price of XRP is now $2.14, which is up some since yesterday, but still down about 2.2% in USD and 2.2% BTC. It's now worth $126 billion, 0 cents, and trades happen every day, which is crazy. Before we go any further, let's make it clear that this station does not give financial advice. As with any investment, you should always do your own research before putting money into crypto. According to Coinbase, there will be a crypto bull run with new all-time highs for Bitcoin until 2025. However, the company is wary of the systematic risk that comes with large business bets, which is very interesting. Basically, everyone is thinking about what will happen in the second half of the year. There are signs that the crypto market will really take off in the second half of the year. I think the same thing. Bitcoin was almost there a week and a half ago, about to break through to a new all-time high. But right now we need to figure out where this money is coming from. It's not a store. It's a big company going all out for Bitcoin, which is a digital currency that's in crazy high demand. That's something we need to remember. But I think retail will really start to take off once you see the power start to fall. Retail might not believe it, has already paid too much for Bitcoin. A lot of people are interested in Bitcoin these days, but it doesn't really matter. Because of the big players, Bitcoin is already too expensive for most people to buy. As I already said, only a few small investors are coming in. Big players are coming in, and I think this will happen to a lot of other digital assets as well. For example, I think that big utility projects like Ripple will follow Bitcoin's lead and become too expensive as well, even though it might not seem like it's happening right now. This is what will happen as soon as blockchain hits the news. Take a look at this and give a shout out to RIS XRP institutional FOMO at the start of 1700. NDAs. Is this really the first time we'll hear back from those NDAs now that things are getting clearer? They finally say these things, or are they still bound by the NDAs they signed? XRP is going through big changes. $500 million, 0 cents has been raised for Trident. $300 million, 0 cents has been raised to start an XRP reserve by WebA. $300 million, 0 cents has also been raised for Vivo Power and Logistics Hyperscale Worktop. Bud has raised $300 million, 0 cents, and Digital Com has raised the C. Yes, this is the big news. The world's biggest stores are thinking about making their own safe coins. Cryptocurrency is now widely used, according to CoinDesk. This was a big week for safe coins in the wild in Congress. Both Amazon and Walmart are thinking about putting out their own safe coins. Were we shocked? Without a doubt. Not the USD stablecoin. The market for stablecoins could grow from $250 billion, 0 cents, to over $2 trillion, 0 cents by 2028. If the Genius Act is passed, RLUSD could possibly get a big piece of that pie because it follows the rules. Bigger businesses or markets want to use coins that follow the rules instead of ones that don't. This is pretty big stuff, and it helps us understand why the Genius Act is so important and groundbreaking in the crypto world. For example, imagine what hundreds of schools would do if they all did the same thing or not ready until they hold billions of dollars worth of XRP directly. It's not just the amount of payments, it's about institutions having out of XRP. Sure, I agree with everything you said. There are already some signs that show that will happen. People and companies that want to buy XRP are filing for reserves. From there, you can see where this is really going. Also, think about Wall Street. When the XRP ETF goes live, it will be easier for bigger players to join. This is where the big chance comes in. Speculators talk about how raising prices could really make a difference because we see the possibility and see how much money comes in every week for some of these ETFs like Bitcoin, Ethereum. So imagine when XRP joins the party, I'm really sure that XRP will bring in more money than the Ethereum ETFs. Read more. What I think is based on how much talk there is already about XRP getting its own ETF, I think it will attract more people than ever before. It's also important to consider the number of coins in circulation when it comes to price, but people will be more interested in the XRP ETF than the Ethereum ETF because the Ethereum ETF is already too expensive compared to that. We'll see what happens. Check this out. Tammy Cap is the founder of Strong Holding and an Amazon Web Services group. Talks about how easy it is to add Ripple and Stellar to apps. If you don't think these big companies are already making moves, you might want to think again. They are, and they have been for a while. VeChain, as an example, big names like H&M, BMW, Walmart, and China are already using VeChain for blockchain. It's not like they're joining right now. They've been putting everything they have into it. But I think that North America will be the place where subsidiaries are most likely to get into blockchain, where regulations and more information about the crypto industry are coming in. But moving on, take a look at this. There is now a 0% chance that the FOMC will lower interest rates in June. The market thinks there is a very, very small chance that rates will go up, which is an interesting point of view. Please let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. This isn't a rate cut. I think we'll stay about the same if rates go down. I thought the crypto area would get really exciting, but let's see what happens. When it comes to market share, Bitcoin is currently 64.75% successful. Still going pretty high, and it looks like we're about to hit the yearly highs we set for ourselves again. So if you're looking at Bitcoin instead of Bitcoin, let me see if it's on this. BTC is now worth $105.00, 6,000 if you're interested. We're getting close to the 106,800 key support level. If we can claim back up here, we're really back where we want to be. However, that's not the case for me right now. XRP has gone up since our last update, but it's still down a lot from where it was before the drop. To put that in perspective, we still need to go up about 9% to get back to where we were, but it's holding up much better than the market as a whole. I told you yesterday that we were still in the 38.2% range, and you can see that again tonight. You know, you can't pass that by. But let me know what you think in the comments after crypto, and we'll see you again. Goodbye.